We're clear?
Yes, welcome to Montefiore.
So as I was mentioning, our mission statement is very simple: to combat poverty. We believe in a theory of change process, which is a community impact model where we bring together workforce development programs, education programs, and couple all of that with what you've been hearing today, which is supportive services. So I'm very excited to share with you all a little bit about our Career Network Healthcare Program. So our program started in 2014 in partnership with Montefiore and Hostos Community College. Currently, right now, our vision is very simple. We have developed a contextualized curriculum in healthcare that looks at anatomy, physiology, numeracy, literacy, and so forth. We couple that with job training, and ultimately our goal is to create sustainable employment for the young people that we serve. In addition to that, our mission is simple. When you hear about the outcomes, and I'm going to show a lot of data in a little bit, it's really simple for the participants to decide what is the career pathway that they want within the healthcare field, where we can have students that come in and they can create a job for themselves in the pathway that they want. They can go back to school for post-secondary opportunities, or they can get an allied health credential. And I do want to shout out right now, I know you guys have the profiles. We have Ms. Janet Gonzalez that is here. She'll be speaking shortly. We also have Shareem and Julia. If you guys could just raise your hand. Where are you? There they are. So we have current young people. We're currently in cycle 10, and Janet is one of our alumni in the program. So to get into a little bit of detail, and apologies for the folks that are to my left, because I would totally sashay myself over there. I'm going to focus right here. This is our model. So it's a 13-week model, and in this process, we do what is called the 1 week of induction. We have a very, very robust interviewing process. Many of our young people come through word of mouth. They go through a 1 week of induction and orientation. During that time frame, we're determining, are they a fit for us? Is it a fit for them? And we do lots of case conference sessions. We meet with the participants to determine what type of employment barriers are they dealing with. Because ultimately, we want them to work. And I think some folks mentioned it earlier, that if it's childcare issues, it's mental health support that they need, transportation, food, and so forth, we want to make sure that we have those areas covered. During the 2nd to the 9th week of the program, the young people have an opportunity not just to come to Phipps Neighborhoods, but they also go to Hostos and they also go to Montefiore, so they can get exposure to the culture of the health institution. They can get access to resources and understanding what's out there for them. What are the options? I won't say no more because they're going to get into a little bit of detail with that. And then afterwards, the participants have an opportunity to also get an employment credential. They get CPR training, and they're with us Monday through Friday from 9 to 4 o'clock. They get stipends, incentives, Metro cards, and so forth. And then afterwards, the students go through an externship phase for 4 weeks. I'll save the rest of that for Dana in a few. And then ultimately, once they graduate from the program, they have to make a decision, bless you, they have to make a decision of what they want to do. And the great thing about this program is that they have outcomes that can be met all throughout 1 year of them being with us. So somebody can actually start off working at Montefiore and then decide that they actually want to go to Hostos for a credential, or they want to go back to school. So they can ultimately get 3 different outcomes from our program, and we pay for everything. Everything is free to their expenses. In addition to that, I do want to share that we serve 100 young people a year. We have 4 cohorts right now. We're gearing up for March 21st. So if you guys know young people, please let me know. But we're gearing up for, right now, for the next cohort. We have 25 young people per cohort. My sweet spot for enrollment is between 30 and 35 young people, because obviously with the population, there's normal attrition rates that go with them. And then what I also will share with you all is that when this program was launched in 2014, the price per participant was about $10,000. Right now, it's at about $9,200. So this is not an inexpensive program. There's a lot of resources that go into it. But ultimately, when I have young people, and Janet's here looking for a job, and we have young people that are in our program that walk out of our program and they're able to earn $18, $23 an hour. We have participants earning $40,000 salary a year, and they're 18 to 26. That's the joy of the work that I do every single day. So at Phipps Neighborhoods, what I also want to share with you all is that, as I mentioned, we developed a contextualized work readiness curriculum in the healthcare field with Montefiore at the table. They developed it with us. We obviously hire consultants so that they can come together and develop the curriculum, but it's very robust. And the reason for that is because we want to make sure that we're touching upon different facets of the healthcare sector, which is very deep. We also do academic instruction. We have case management services, so we have a life skills counselor. And again, many people earlier today were talking about the supportive needs that participants have. And for us, it's about 13 weeks goes by like this. Did it not, Janet? Like super fast, right? And when you think about it, that's what? Almost nothing in a matter of time, and their needs that go on after those 13 weeks. So we want to make sure that they have the support services to get that done. We do career coaching. In addition to that, we also provide computer instruction where the participants learn about Microsoft Office 2016. And last but not least, we also have financial literacy. So to kind of share with you our model for staffing, right? We have a very holistic model, a very comprehensive model, because we want to make sure that every young person is being served the way that they need, right? We don't cook, what is it, cookie cutting? Am I a baker? Clearly not. Okay, so with the staffing model, I will share with you, we have a program director, a life skills counselor, a work readiness instructor, that's the person that does all of the curriculum, a career navigator, and one of the cool things about this program is that we also have a dedicated outreach and intake specialist. That's absolutely 100%, they're the ones that are out there in the community bringing young people in, and they're going through that process of interviewing. We have a program assistant. The technology is one of our part-times, and since we're in year 3 of the program, what I can share with you, we have expanded in working with Montefiore with 5 other health institutions as well. So we're at a place right now where we're also interested in hiring a business developer. So if I didn't say this right, because I don't think I did, this is all privately funded, which also gives us the discretion that when something happens in real time, we can make a shift immediately. I don't have to go through channels and change the commands and all this other stuff. We can make that happen in absolute real time. So in addition to that, we're also seeking right now for new funding to get a retention specialist, right? Because now we're in year 3, right? So we have students that have been working since 2015, and they're advancing their careers, they're earning more funds and so forth, so we want to make sure that they're properly supported in that capacity. So what I'm going to do now is have a seat, and I'm going to hand it over to Dana, who will talk to you a little bit about, in more detail, about the employer aspect of this model.
Hi everybody, I hope you don't mind me sitting, my heels are really hurting today. I wore them just for this event. So I think one of the unique aspects of the program is that the employer is part of the training. In fact, I am the main trainer, so the students come here for about 4 hours a week for the first 9 weeks of the program. And what we do is we sort of see the training in 2 ways. One is sort of hands-on experiential learning that we sort of offer to our associates here. So there are certain traits, people talked about customer service, patient safety, certain things that we're really looking for with professionals. And what's great about this is the students get an opportunity to learn this before they're actually in the field. On the other hand, what we also do is our recruitment and staffing department give a number of workshops to sort of polish what they're learning at Phipps in terms of their professional development with resume writing, interviewing skills. They'll tell the students how long they're looking at a resume, which is about 10 seconds. Thanks, guys.
You're on fire now.
Oh my God, it must be the jacket. Oh, okay, it was just a one, okay, perfect. We'll do interviewing, what are some of the typical questions, you know, preparing them for what it is. And healthcare is very different than a lot of industries. We're very regulated, and there's a lot of onboarding things that we need to do to get them prepared. So throughout the program, Phipps does a great job of kind of meeting the requirements. So by the time they come to our externship program, they've gone through an onboarding process which is pretty detailed. So an average onboarding process can take a few weeks. It includes a background check, a drug screening, medical clearance, because you're dealing with patients or in an environment, where you don't want to put the interns at risk, nor do you want to put the patients at risk. And what's great is in the beginning of the program, the externships were only 2 weeks, and our managers were not happy with that. They thought it was too short of a time, because by the time they had them, they trained them, they were gone. So we extended it to 4 weeks. And I think that's amazing because clearly our managers are invested in this program and are investing in our students to get as much time as they can. And when students can, like Janet here, who I was just not referring to as a student, she comes in and they can extend their time. So actually, Janet has been a huge proponent of putting this event together with the team here at South Bronx Rising Together Jobs First. So She's an amazing young woman, and I won't take the thunder anymore. So I'll turn it over to my wonderful partner, Peter, who I think is next, right?
That's correct.
Thank you. Hostos serves 3 different roles in this partnership. 1, we do the introduction to allied health careers. 2, we serve as a training partner for certifications that students who want to return for those credentials that help them get a job or get a better job. And 3, we serve as a pathway into higher education. And we're delighted that we have such great success. And I want to start by sharing one of our recent success stories. I got an email from our employment engagement specialist at Hostos that one of our recent graduates, Joel Ayani, just got a job at Fidelis Care, starting at $35,000, starting on March 6th. And so I think we should give a big round of applause for that. And that's the joy of doing this program, is seeing the success of the students who come back for the credentials, who get a job, who want to go on to higher education. So they started Hostos usually around week 3 of the program, after they've gone through the introduction and intake and assessment and initial training at Phipps. They come to us around week 3. We have them for 5 weeks. We have them 2 days a week, usually in the afternoon from 2 to 4, for a total of 20 hours. What's really great is there's a Phipps employee who also attends those sessions to make sure students are engaged, to keep Hostos on track, to ensure that we're really giving the knowledge to these out-of-work, out-of-school young people. The information in that introduction to allied health is based on real-time labor market data. What are jobs out there? How much do they pay? What kind of training do you need? Many of these students don't want to work with patients. They don't want that direct care. They don't want to take care of the sick people. So we make sure that there's a broad array of training opportunities for them. If they don't want to work with patients, they can be a medical biller and coding. They can do pharmacy tech. They can do a health information technician. So they can either work with patients or not with patients. The certifications are approximately 15 different certifications that they can return to Hostos for. Those include everything from entry level to home health aide, certified nursing assistant, patient care technician, EKG, phlebotomy technicians, EMT, pharmacy tech. There's a full array of 15 different certifications that are different times, have different course outlines, and have different state exams that they need to take and pass. And I'm delighted that out of those that come through the certifications, of which we've had about 50 and about currently 12 in certification, we have an over 90% pass rate of people in those exams, which is extraordinary when you think of the population that we're working with. Part of when they come to Hostos for that introduction is also giving them an exposure to college and to higher education. So we bring in people from the dental hygiene department. We're all on fire.
Yes.